Welcome to the Food Service Worker channel. This channel here is not in any way for people with a short attention span at all. So be warned, if you don't want to listen, go elsewhere. And by the way, I'm not editing any of my videos, so they're straight up like they are recorded on my Obama phone for people who want to hear real talk about food service and what it's like to work in food service and all that good stuff. And if that's what you want to hear, cool. Hit the subscribe button to the channel and follow the stories as they come. I'm going to share with you all today because I am energetic right now. It is currently 1:16 in the morning on January 17th, 2024. I'm going to be yapping to you about what it's like to be a food service supervisor in the county jail with inmates. Now, take in mind, everything I'm going to tell you is subject to be different in the facility you may apply to work in, because not all places are run the same. Some of them are worse, some of them are better. So, with that said, here we go. So, it normally goes down like this. You have two shifts sometimes. You have a AM shift and you have a PM shift. AM normally does breakfast and lunch. PM normally does the after show, which means they do dinner and they do the cleanup from whatever was left over from the morning shift's party that they had. So, that said, here we go. Morning shift probably starts around 2 o'clock in the morning and is over about 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And then PM shift starts 11 a.m. till whenever you're assigned to leave. That being said, if you're the closer of the kitchen, you might not get to leave on time. There's a lot of reasons why. And if you want to know why, you'll probably want to stick around to a future video when I talk about that. So anyways, let's do this, huh? So your morning shift, you'll have maybe a baker or bakers. You will have diet cooks for both shifts, maybe. You will have cooks for both shifts. And you will have cleaners for both shifts. You'll have guys that'll work in the dish pit area cleaning trays, cleaning pans that are used for cooking with, guys that are cleaning the floors, making sure the surfaces are clean and all that stuff, taking out the trash, probably making sure the trash is picked up. You'll have cooks that'll be doing the cooking for the inmates in the facility. They normally use like a big type of kettle to cook their slop in. It's like normally like a bunch of stuff that is thrown into a big pot. I mean, like really big pot, and cooks basically everything in it. So it can basically cook like raw meat in it, noodles, and whatever thing is going to be thrown in that kettle to be cooked. You also have days where they may be doing chicken patties, something chicken related, sausage patty related. It's all pretty much going to be turkey and chicken. You're mainly going to find everything that they eat is turkey and chicken. You're rarely ever going to find pork. You might find fish, but rare. You might even have something more special than that in your facility. Now, there's also a thing called special orders for inmates. Some facilities, they actually have a thing once a week or so, maybe twice a week, where actually inmates get something special made by their family to have brought to the dorm for them to eat. So, anyways, we're not going to talk about that, maybe for a future video. But anyways, it also depends on the area too. But anyways, so these inmates are assigned to those areas, and that's what they're supposed to do. Now, technically speaking, okay, just because the guys that are cooks are done with their job doesn't mean they can't waddle to the back where these guys are and help them back there do dishes. Just saying. Doesn't mean they can't do that. Just because they're assigned to a spot doesn't always mean they have to be there. And might I add that if you tell them that they need to do something that is not going to hurt them or cause anybody any harm or degrade them in some way, they have to do it. So, for example, if I tell a cook that I need him to clean the drains out because he's got food in them, and he looks at me and tells me I ain't doing that, somebody else can do that, I can write him up a disciplinary action. Chances are in the county, if you are a inmate in the county, okay, and this is different from DOC, but in the county, these men, and I have to say this cautiously, because your county might be different, your jail might be different, so I don't want you to take this the wrong way. But some places in the county, these guys are not always sentenced yet. Means they're in there for temporary, and chances are their crimes are very mild. I mean, like probably a DWI person or a DUI Steven, right? Or probation violation, drug charges, petty stuff like that. Not somebody who's a murderer or something like that. And that's not to say that you won't have a murderer probably in the DOC, Department of Corrections, but when it comes to the county, chances are you're going to have probably a high chance that you're going to have non-violent offenders that are going to be somebody you have to worry about. But then again, there's always that possibility that you could tick off the wrong one and he will put a in you. So that said, be careful who you tick off in there. Just saying. If you like to fight, you're good. But if you're not really much of a fighter, probably don't get too tough with them. Anyways, that's it. I don't know if I covered anything in this video or not, but I figured I got something else I would make. That being said, hopefully that wasn't a waste of a video. And I'm going to switch to another video now. Talk about something different. So here we go. Y'all ready for this? Because I am.